Alright guys, welcome to this video, and for those of you who are new to this channel, I'm making stock market investing videos, and you can actually go on to my website and you can join the community and you can see exactly all of these videos in a structured form, and also you can see which stocks I am buying. Alright, so first things first, why bullish and why bearish? Why do we need to understand these, and why am I making a video about this? See, first off, if you are a beginner, you need to understand bullish and bearish to understand when you need to buy the stock or when you need to sell the stock. It is essential. It is probably the most fundamental thing about the stock market, and you need to understand that. It's very important. All right, there's just no doing without it, because you will see these terms all over the internet, and without this you won't be able to understand what is going on, not even in this course or any other video you watch online. All right, apart from that, one of the most important things is that a lot of people who actually started out in the stock market never really educated themselves, or even sometimes people just do that and they are very not really paying all of that attention. Sometimes they just don't understand this, because a lot of people think that green candles represent the bullish charts and red candles represents a bearish movement, whereas that is actually very false. Nothing could be farther from the truth. But in this video, I'm going to make sure that you go out of here with all of that knowledge. You can identify the exact trend no matter what it is. We're going to be taking a lot of examples, so make sure that you stick right to the end, because this is very important. All right, great. So let's actually start looking over here. All right, let's see. First off, why bullish, why bearish? Okay, why do we even need to identify these trends? So let's see. In this case, we have how does a bull attack. I want to show you how does a bull attack. Right, so see, the concept of bullish and bearish comes from the attacking of bulls and bears. All right, see, when you look at images of bulls, see, the bull has its horns, right? It has its horns. So how does it attack? It uses those horns and basically pushes them down underneath the opponent, and then with his full force he throws the opponent into the air using his horns, right? So that is what he does when he tries to attack his opponent, right? So he goes from down to up. So that's why whenever we're talking about the market and it's going from down to up, that is representing a bullish movement. All right, and that means that when the bullish movement really starts, that is the best time to buy a stock. And when a bearish movement, let's really talk about when is the best time to sell a stock. I'm sure you figured it out, but how does a bear attack, right? So, well, in this case, what the bear does is that it really throws himself up in the air first. He's up, and then using his paws with his full force, he's coming down on the opponent with the weight of his body. So that's what he's doing, and he's really going from up to down when he's attacking his opponent, right? So really, a bull attacks the opposite way to that of a bear, right? So that's where the term bearish comes from, because bears, they try to pull the market down. All right, people sell the stock and it goes down and down and down, because that is a bearish movement. Now we're going to take live examples for that, and you're going to understand exactly what is happening, right? But first off, let's say that you have nowhere to actually look about the charts on. Well, you can always go onto my personal website, Yash Mitra Investing. You don't even have to write the whole thing. Just Google it, and you can see over here. You can just go over here and you can, let's see, go to the courses page. After you've logged in, you'll be able to access this page. You can go to the stock chart tool. Right over here you can see various kinds of charts, various kinds of stocks. All you have to do is write down the stock name over here. You can change it right here, but right now I'm just going to show you for this stock itself. All right, this is not a stock actually, but don't worry about it. It's the same concept. All right, so let's actually make it a little smaller. All right, this looks good, and I should actually turn on my paint as well. I want to show you something. All right, so let's see over here, right? You can see that at this point, right at this point, the market starts going up. Let me actually take a picture of that, and then let me actually show you on the paint, because this is where I can show it to you properly. So let's do that. And you see right over here, let me take the pencil. See, at this point here, the market starts going upwards, right? The market starts going upwards. So this right here is a bullish movement. So you want to buy the stock at this point, right? You want to buy the stock at this point, and this is where the, let me actually take the red color. This is where the bearish movement starts downwards. All right, so at this point the bearish movement starts. So optimally, if you're talking about optimal, there's nothing optimal in the stock market though, because it's so unpredictable. I mean, no one can predict it, but optimally you want to sell at this point itself, so that you are making the most profit as you can, right? So that's a whole lot of profit right there, because not only just buying one share but multiple shares, so all of that profit kind of accumulates. But however, all right, I know I haven't taught you about shorting shares, but in case someone knows, shorting shares is basically, I'm going to make another video on it, so don't worry about it. But to be brief, shorting is basically the opposite of actual buying and going long. So really what you're doing in this case, we actually bought at a lower point and then we sold at a higher point and then we turned in our profits. Shorting is when we sell first. We don't even have the shares, but we sell them. Now the whole mechanism of it, I'll explain it to you later in another video, but we sell first and then we buy later. Of course we want to buy at a lower price, so we track the bearish movement in that case. So in case we are shorting, what we would do is we want to short somewhere around over here, because this is the higher price, and then we want to go all the way over here, somewhere down over here, and then maybe buy it over here. So basically you buy the stock right over here, you sold it over there. Again, you have some profits because you sold it at a higher price and you bought it at a lower price. Whatever is in between is your profit. All right, so that's why bullish and bearish movements are absolutely essential. You need to understand when you need to buy the stock and go long, otherwise you can just go short. And you need to understand if it's a bearish movement, you might want to go short. All right, now there's various kinds of risks involved in both these strategies, and one is of course the riskier than the other, and we're going to talk about that in detail in the shorting video. But this video is about the bullish and bearish trends, so we're going to identify exactly how you see which trend is bullish and how you identify the track if it's bullish or not, right? And exactly how you identify the bearish trends as well. So a lot of people think that all of these let's say all of these green ones, all of these green candles, they think that they are bullish. That is not true. Nothing could be farther from the truth, but we're gonna clear that doubt in a second. It's completely fine. Even it took me a lot of time to understand that, but in this video I'm gonna make sure that you understand it in one go. All right, so let's see. All right, let's actually take the example right over here, although I want to zoom in a bit, so let's do that. One sec. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's actually look at this one first. Let's just print this and let's paste it over here, and we want to check out. Okay, I guess it didn't get printed all that fine. All right, there's some issue it seems. One sec, let me just delete all of that and then paste it. All right, sounds good. All right, so here we have this thing right over here. I want to focus on this part. All right, I want you all to focus on this part. Right, this is the part we're focusing on. Now you want to focus on this exact candlestick. Let me actually show you which candlestick I'm talking about. This is the red candlestick I'm focusing on. All right, right now you can identify that the trend has been going in the downward direction from all the way over here. From all the way right over here. It has been going down and down and down. So it's of course a bearish trend. That's no issue. In the long run, even a child can figure out if it's a bullish or bearish trend. But it happens in the short term. All right, you don't have data of the right side of this thing, so you cannot really figure it out. But let's say that you only have data till here. Now you see a green candle comes after this red one. All right, we're talking about, let me show you actually. We're talking about, let me take a green color, and we're talking about this one. All right, we're talking about this one. Right, so a green candle comes. Does that mean that this is bullish? No, it doesn't. This is not bullish. It will be bullish when it breaks the topmost point of this red candle. All right, now a lot of times you would think that which red candle do we have to see? Is it this candle, or is it this candle, or is it this candle? I mean, the last three candles are red, so which one we have to see? See, you have to see the last red candle. All right, if you get three blue candles, don't worry about that. We're going to take an example. Even if you get three blue candles, but the one that breaks the last red candle's top point, that would be the candle which transitions into the bullish mode. All right, and it should be green, of course. So this is not the green one. All right, this is not the bearish trend right now. So let's look at some other candle. Let's see this one. All right, after that we're going to focus on, let's see, one sec, we're going to focus on this one. All right, now we have this red candle over here. Right, I hope you can see that, this red candle over here, and the next candle that comes right after that, you see, that is a green candle. All right, now we're talking about this one. Let me actually change the color, and yeah, now we're actually talking about this one. All right, so this one, it's actually broken through the higher point of the red one. All right, so this is the higher point of the red one. Again, we're talking about the body, not the wick, but this is the higher point of the red one, and it's broken through on top of that. All right, so it's much bigger than that, and once this candle ends and the next candle starts, you can say that, you know what, this trend is bullish right now. All right, so this is the bullish trend, and it is bullish trend because it goes up in this direction. All right, now let's actually look at the opposite scenario. Let's say that we want to identify the bearish trend. So when does the bearish trend come in? The bearish trend comes in when the red candle actually breaks the lower point, and this is not the higher point, by the way. In the case of the red point, the green one had to break the higher point of the red one, but in this case the red one should be able to break the lower point of the green candles. You could say this is actually the initial starting price. It should be able to break that and go even down, right? So in this case, you can see that this red candle that comes after the green one, it is easily breaking the lower point of the body of the green candle. So this represents that a bearish movement has started, and now you can definitely short the shares and you can book your profits, because this is where it's going, right? And it goes that way, and it's perfect. It's great for you, right? So you can see how you can make so much money identifying the trends, basically just the trends. I'm not doing any technical analysis, not doing any fundamental analysis, really not really looking at any support, any resistance. I'm going to teach you all of these concepts, by the way, in the next few videos, but you can see how powerful this is, right? So let's actually take a few more examples. I want to give you some great examples, so let's actually do that. So I was actually looking for the perfect example for you, and I think I found 2 examples. I'm going to do 2 more examples, and then you're going to be, it's going to be so much easier to explain. Alright, so let's actually take this one and let's paste it over here, and let's look at it. Alright, now we're going to be looking at this area. Let me just outline it for you. Alright, right here. Okay, now you can easily identify that right now the trend was bullish till this point. Alright, and now it's looking like it is going to be bearish, but is it bearish yet? We're going to have to identify that. Alright, so right here you can see this red candle comes, it tries to push it down, but it doesn't quite break the lower point of the red of the blue one, right? And blue or green, whatever you want to call it. All right, so in the case of the blue one, you want to make sure that you break the bottom point, right? And if it had extended somewhere till here or something, definitely it would have broken off the body of the blue one or the green one even till here, but it didn't come till here. So definitely, the trend is not yet bearish. All right, now the trend is not bearish yet. Let's see at this one. All right, even this is going to check the last last green candle. All right, you want to check the last green candle. So what is the last green candle? This one? No, not this one. Of course, this one. All right, this is the last green candle. Did it break this point? No, it did not. So still the trend is bullish. All right, now we're going to look at the next one, and this is the next one. It is of course a bearish candle, so there's no point looking at it and saying that that it is bearish right now, because the trend is still going upwards. All right, so let's look at the next one, and now this will be looking at the last green candle again. Now, is this the last green candle? No, this isn't. This is the last green candle in this time. All right, now did it break the bottommost point? No, it did not. So again, it is not bearish yet. All right, we move on. All right, this is again a blue candle, so we're not going to be worrying about that. This cannot be bearish, of course. We look at this one. Did it break the last green candle's low point? This one? No, it did not. So again, it is not a you couldn't say that it's bearish right now. All right, now we're going to be looking at this one. All right, is this one bearish now? Let's look more closely, and this one, it just fails to break the lowermost point of this green one, so it's not yet bearish. But this one, this final one, when it comes and you look at the last green candle, and this is the last green candle, and this lower point has been easily broken by this red candle. All right, so of course this is now bearish. The trend has now changed to a bearish trend. All right, so I hope you understand this. It's very simple, but it takes some getting used to, and I want you to practice, so you can always go onto my website and look at these graphs. Let me actually give you one last example so that you can figure this out on your own. All right, let us see. All right, this seems like a pretty good example. Let's take this right over here. Let's print the screen, let's paste it over here. All right, this last example, I want to show you this example, and this is because we're trying to go into the bullish movement this time. Right, so let's actually focus on, let's see, let me actually outline the area for you. All right, we're focusing on this area. All right, now you can easily see that the trend was bullish right over here, sorry, bearish right over here. So it was going downwards. All right, it's bearish. Now we are gonna look at, let me actually change the color over here to, let's say, orange. All right, now we're gonna look at this candle, the trend is, alright, this isn't visible actually, let me actually change it to black itself. Alright, this candle, this one, it's still bearish, right? There's no question, the trend is still bearish, but now we're looking for the bullish trend. Alright, this one comes in. A lot of people think and they make mistakes that this is bullish, but this is not. Why? Because in the case of the red triangle, you want to break this point, the topmost point, and this blue one keeps on going up, but it fails to go up beyond this level. Alright, and since it cannot go up beyond this level, beyond the body of that candle, well, it's not bullish yet. But the next candle comes in, and then what is the previous red candle? Because this is a blue candle and we're going for the bullish one, so we're gonna look at the previous candle of the opposite color, and this is the red one, right? So this is the candle, and this is the point that it needs to break, and it easily breaks this point. All right, so this finally denotes that the trend is now bullish. All right, so like I said, it's only if you don't understand this, try and watching this video again and again, because trust me, I've taken enough examples for you to understand all the complications and literally all the use cases that there are in this case. All right, so I hope you understand this. In case you have any questions, you can always go onto my Instagram. You can ask me over the questions over there. Don't forget to follow me. And in case you have in case you want to know my stocks also, I'm actually building that module, and it should be over very soon. So on the same website itself, you can actually go on to yashmithrainvesting.com, and just search for Yash Mitra Investing. And once you get over here, you can just log in and create your account and everything. Once you do that, you can actually see that the module should be implemented in 1 or 2 days, and you'll be able to see exactly the kind of stocks that I am purchasing and exactly the kind of returns I'm getting. I'm a swing trader. I'm getting the returns of about 20 to 30% in about 1 month, which is crazy. Sometimes even less. Right now it's been 15 days and I'm getting 30% return. Now it's all about analyzing your investments, and it's all about understanding where you're putting your money and what's going to happen at least in the swing trading. It's going to you need to understand what is going to happen in the next few days or weeks. All right, so I hope this makes sense to you. In the next few videos, I'm going to be talking about shorting in detail, and exactly how to pick out the best stocks that will give you the best returns. Doesn't matter if you're an intraday trader, doesn't matter if you're an investor. For the long term, I will teach you the exact tricks, the exact techniques, and the exact ways to actually go about doing that. All right, I hope you like this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you the next time.